Alright, before we get into today's video, I do want to bring up, I really hope that I save quite a few people from spending a boatload of money before buying pit bulls for this, because I made a mistake, which I had to because it's been a while since I bought my pit bulls. But if you have the restraints that I'm about to show you in the van for your OEM swing arm, let me switch my cameras around so I can show you a little bit better what I'm talking about here. Alright, so OEM swing arm is off, as you see, and if you look at the M there, it's not real wide from tire to the nut. Here, not sure if you can really tell, but it sticks out from here to there a lot farther, and from there to there is way farther than there to there. So, and it's starting to rain, unfortunately. I ended up installing my swing arm, and as you can tell, that would fit the M1000 and the S1000 stock swing arm. You can see how straight it is. I had to get a custom Pitbull made for the new DME swing arm, which cost me like $400 and I don't know, $50 or just over $400. So since I did have the van like quite a few months, I did get to use the OEM one first, which isn't a big deal, but I did have to go with a different bracket here for the DME swing arm because it is a lot different. So hopefully, if you guys are thinking, you know, that maybe down the road you're going to be doing a DME swing arm and not be doing OEM anymore, save yourself some money and definitely go with, you know, what you're going to be going with long term. If you're going to be switching the arm out, try to save yourself some money down the road and just get the correct Pitbull right away. I do have to say, huge shout out to Pitbull because they literally had, so I ordered it, I found this out on a Wednesday morning. Well, technically I found out on a Tuesday night, but Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock their time, I hit them up and was like, hey, you know, I got this going on. I need a new one made. So take measurements of your swing arm here, inside diameter here, then measure from here to here, and then you'll measure the width of your tire. And I think that's pretty much it that I had to measure. Oh, and from, I think it was from here to here, I think I had to measure as well. But there was a couple different measurements I had to take to send them to Pitbull. That way they could fabricate me one up. But anyway, so Wednesday, I hit them up literally 9 o'clock in the morning. And by like 4 o'clock that day, if that, 3 o'clock that day, they literally had one shipped out the door. And by Friday, 2 days later, it was literally at my doorstep. So Pitbull, thank you so much. Huge shout out to them. The customer service while I was going back and forth during the process was absolutely phenomenal. But I don't want to run this intro too long. Let's get into the video. And hopefully I can save you some money by letting you know that you will need a different bracket over from OEM to the DME swing arm. What is up, everybody? Alrighty, so we got the BMW S1000RR here, and as you just seen, we ended up breaking this chain off. It's easiest just to grind off the master link on a flat on one side and then use a chain brake tool to push it the rest of the way through. And we'll go ahead and just feed this up and through here. Because I am going to keep this chain because it is pretty much brand spanking new. It doesn't have but maybe a few 100 miles on it. So if I ever need a new chain for the M1000, I literally have one right here. I will have to bag it up. I'm going to have to lube it up pretty good, and then I'm just going to put it in a Ziploc baggie and keep it for a later date, because this will definitely go on the M1000 at some point. No reason whatsoever to get rid of that. Now with that done, we're going to go ahead and pull off the rear wheel. And so OEM rear nut is a 34 millimeter. And hopefully the audio is okay. I'm using an external mic, so hopefully should be picking up everything flawlessly. Should not have any issues whatsoever with this external mic. And this is a little difficult just because I do have an aero disc on this right side over here. Alright, got the rear wheel off. So unfortunately on the S1K I do have the DDC rod here, which will have to come off as well. So we ended up getting a 2 to 6 inch swing arm for this bike. Ended up getting it off Sloth Performance, where I pretty much get all my parts at now. Carbon seat I got from Swervo, which you can check him out on Instagram as well. But pretty much two people I get my parts from now is Sloth Performance and a gentleman named Swervo over on Instagram. Gonna probably go ahead and pause right here while I get my next thing set up, because I definitely don't want this video to run too long, because it's definitely going to be a long one. Now that I have a tripod set up here, I can actually record and work at the same time, which is really nice. Something I've been wanting to do for a really long time now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do the shock next, which is down here at the bottom. So we have one bolt here, and then one here, and then the swing arm is already coming off. So we'll go ahead and pull. Hopefully we can get the bottom one off first, is what I'm hoping. something I did set up that you did not see was, hopefully you can see it on camera, this red jack here literally just going to the bottom of the oil pan. And then I do have my front stand on the front tire as well, which the front tire one, my stand on the front, I don't think you can see, but it's definitely up there. So you use this floor jack here to get the pressure off of everything. We got this one up here and this one here. And okay. Well, unfortunately, all my audio for my last clips were non-existent. So here it is, final product. It was a little bit more difficult because I had the front wheel in that stand and I really need it in a wheel chalk. Like if you watch some of my previous videos where I took the truck and loaded the bikes in the bed of the truck, that wheel chalk would have worked absolutely perfectly for this job, along with the motor mount or like a floor jack. If you guys have a floor jack, that will work too. Put it under the oil pan just to hold the bike up, and because you will have to disconnect the lowering link, which is right back there. You'll have to do this bolt right down here, and then this nut here, and then on the other side is an Allen key. So loosen this nut, take the nut all the way off. On the other side is just an Allen key, and you just unthread that all the way and pull that rod out. Super easy. I actually had that S1K chick come out and help me with it because I didn't have that front wheel chalk, so it made it way harder than it needed to be. And unfortunately, I lost the audio, but I guess it doesn't really matter because, or I didn't record, actually doing it, which didn't matter because I lost the audio anyways. But all in all, pretty easy job. Really wasn't that bad. The DDC rod, I did have to adjust it from the stock, which is right over there, the stock swing arm to this. I did have to make adjustments. I actually think I had to make it smaller, I think. And half-inch wrench here and here, they're reverse thread, so left is not loosen. It's actually right is to loosen on here. And you just make adjustments to here. I will show this part again because I lost the audio. So show this again. Come into the menu. Choop, choop. Go into vehicle. Go all the way down to the bottom. DDC calibration. Put it on your side stand. So do not have it on the front or rear stand, and put it on the side stand. Calibrate. And as long as you get the calibration was successful, you're good to go. Everything's set. Ready to rock and roll. So everything's good there. I do not have the chain yet. It has not been delivered. It should be here tomorrow or the next day, which I have to go in and get, as everybody knows, the water pump always goes bad on these. So I got to do the water pump under warranty this week. So while it's there getting warranted, I'm just going to have them throw on the chain while it's there. But this is pretty much it. This thing looks absolutely amazing. Super stoked to have this done. The bike is looking phenomenal. Look at that carbon seat. Man, it looks so freaking good. So mad I lost the audio just a few minutes ago and had to redo this. But yeah, I do not want to forget. So speed sensor here, it's still loose because I do not have the rear axle tightened, but put the speed sensor down like this, and it is long enough. There's still plenty of cord here to zip tie it to the swing arm. I was worried whenever I done this. I actually asked the guy that I bought this off of if the wire was going to be long enough, and it is plenty long enough. Again, this is a 2 to 6 inch long swing arm, and there's literally no problem whatsoever. Even if you went longer, you could probably cut that zip tie that was over there and bring that cable back even farther. Look at those carbon wheels, looking absolutely amazing. Same with the front and the Busa front fender. I absolutely love it. Don't forget to follow that S1K chick over on Instagram and YouTube. But until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.